Se siente bien porque aquí puedo estar más feliz, no puedo estar ya como en Venezuela, que eso era feo, eso no podíamos comer bien, en cambio aquí, no, aunque sea podemos comer algo bien, porque en Venezuela no me gustaba estar.
It has become a familiar sight on Staten Island. Police barricades lining the streets, marking sites of protest. Protests against the city's plan on how to handle the influx of migrants arriving in New York from the southern border. This is Island Shores in Midland Beach, a former senior living facility. The latest numbers from the city show it's now home to 185 migrants. That includes Rosa Velasco and her family.
Estadounidenses a gritarnos, insultarnos, hablarnos mal, hablan mal de todas las personas, que somos matones, asesinos.
Velasco, her husband, and their 2 children are from Ecuador.
El camino fue muy arriesgoso, muy duro para mí, para mis hijos. Fue duro, complicado y duro porque casi se me lo lleva a mi niño y a mi esposo también al Río Bravo.
Just a block away from Island Shores is Lada Doggy's Day Spa. Ina Ellen is the owner.
It's not comfortable for me or my customers. I would love the shelter to be someplace else.
What about it makes you feel uncomfortable?
This is a woman-running business. I'm here mostly by myself. I don't know who's in the shelter and how they're going to act.
Ellen emigrated from Moldova 33 years ago.
There you go. Moldova was in the war, so we were running. It was Russia against Moldova, and it wasn't easy there. I was 19. My parents decided to keep me away from that war, and they sent me here.
She says she relates to the struggles many migrants face, but doesn't think a residential neighborhood with small businesses is the right place for a shelter.
I feel for them. They need help, but you can't take from one people and give it to another people. I didn't get no help.
Ellen says she's lost business because of protests, that barricades make it difficult for some dog owners to park close to her shop. Still, she believes residents should continue to demonstrate.
It worked for Villa. Protests.
She's referring to the former St. John Villa Academy in Arrocar, an empty school which the city turned into a migrant shelter. For months, thousands from the community showed up night after night, calling on the city to shut it down. In October, the fire department issued a full vacate order, citing the building had no sprinkler system or working fire alarms. Staten Island Borough President Vito Fasella said 170 migrants occupied the site. According to City Hall, less than 2% of the newly arrived migrants are housed on Staten Island. This former hotel turned shelter on Wild Avenue in Travis has been open since October of last year.
No sé si yo me pueda quedar un año, o 6 meses, o 2 meses, o 3.
Gabriel Costello and his family have been staying at that site for more than a month. Costello, his wife, and their 3-year-old son made a 15-day journey from Ecuador to Arizona before getting on a bus to New York.
Es que salí de Ecuador, todo el viaje fue duro. Y es duro igual estar aquí, no es fácil, es bien duro. Por la falta de trabajo, la falta de que no se habla uno el inglés. Entonces son muchas cosas que, bueno, yo cuando salí de mi país dije, bueno, ya llego allá y llego y busco un trabajo y ya. Pero las cosas bien en realidad no son así.
Costello, too, says migrants staying at the Wild Avenue site are welcomed by protests.
No me acuerdo del día exacto o la fecha, pero sí había hicieron aquí afuera, hicieron un plantón de mucha gente pidiendo que nos vayamos.
By no means is it anti-migrant or pro-migrant or whatever it may be. It's all about accountability. It turns to a dump.
John Aspinall lives in Travis. He says protesters here are shedding light on quality of life issues they say have been caused by shelter residents.
The issues at hand are going to be driving with no license plates, driving with no licenses, driving and now crashing into vehicles in our community.
Aspinall says residents have noticed unlicensed vehicles or vehicles with fake plates parked in the shelter's lot. New York One was not allowed to walk onto the property, but while there, we saw a number of cars in the lot with no license plates, only one plate, or with paper plates.
Literally, as I was dropping my kids off at school, I circled back around. Someone came out of the shelter with no plates on their car. I followed them all the way to Forest Avenue taking a video, all the way back. No registration, no plates, no nothing.
He says that's just part of the problem.
The migrants come outside, go into the parking lot, and barbecue with propane tanks on the street. If you're going to be here, you have to follow the rules and protocol that every New York City citizen has to follow.
¿Han visto algún tipo de altercado o de gente que rompe las reglas, que no se acomoda? ¿Ha tenido alguna experiencia así?
No, la verdad no, yo no he visto ni tampoco he tenido algún problema con alguien o algo, no, porque nosotros pasamos en nuestra habitación y no estamos ni saliendo, nada, o sea, no hemos visto la verdad.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the Department of Social Services said in part, quote, "In order to maintain a safe and secure environment, on-site security is present at all DHS shelter facilities, and provider partner staff will meet with clients as necessary to discuss the importance of aligning with relevant laws, shelter rules, and good neighbor policies both in and around the facility." Despite all of the backlash, both Velasco and Costello still have dreams of making a life here in America with their families.
Nosotros venimos por un mejor futuro para mi hijo.
Ahorita me están ayudando con el estudio de mi hijo, pero el trabajo no lo veo que, o sea, no sé si nos están esperando que ayuda, pero eso sí, tenemos que esperar con paciencia y tranquilidad que nos ayuden un poco más.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.